Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Mask of the Rose. I've just noticed we have Christmas cards on our table here. How lovely is that? Let's start off this video by recalling the past, see what options we have here. Sometimes now I try to remember the surface. What it was like before the day of wrath, when we all still lived in a world of day and night, winter and summer. When Grizz kept her distance from the other lodgers and wore gowns in pale DuPont colours. When there was enough food on the table, and it wasn't always the same. Sometimes I can't get my memory to go back further than the night of the fall. Let's go with... Christmas preparations were different before? What morbid thing are you reading now? It's the Illustrated London News. That's worse. What have they got this time? Engravings of the latest executions? The crowd gathered to see the deaths. Now they don't hang as many people as they used to. Fewer crimes are punished with death, but murder is still one of them, unless the monarch intervenes. I doubt we can count on the Queen to commute Archie's sentence if he's found guilty. The Queen, with Prince Albert and the children, and a Christmas tree. Ah, they're sending that around again, are they? Then, this I recall, she took the picture and put it up on the frame of a mirror for decoration. Interesting. Let's head outside and see what options we have. We have quite a few separate things we can do right here. We could go back to the Warrens and take Batter Chicken to meet Mr. Pages. We could go to the Undulate to meet Archie. Maybe we should go see Archie, given that he's been, you know, arrested. We need to talk to people about our theories with Archie, but I don't quite understand how it works. Let's go speak to Batter Chicken. Let's change the badge. Let's wear the rubbery badge, the amber brooch. The brooch makes it look as though I'm doing some sort of official business. But who can say for what offers? Let's go. Batter Chicken burbles a greeting. Batter Chicken wriggles his tentacles with nervous anticipation. Are you ready to meet Mr. Pages? Batter Chicken makes a lonely warble. I think he misses Bar Quinn's constant presence. This is followed by a forlorn trumpeting noise. It indicates that he suspects he is stealing his idea to set up shop. It is a very specific suggestion. Perhaps he knows more about her current whereabouts than he is saying, but he gives no further indication. He makes a resolute honk. It is of no concern of his. Wherever she is, he wonders where that might be. I mean, we can try and find her instead of going to see Mr. Pages. I could look for her, if you like. We could visit Mr. Pages later, once the two of you are reunited. Batter Chicken makes a noise that indicates he has no idea who I am referring to. A further honk indicates he is certain that she is trying to prove she can manage on her own without him. A disdainful hoot suggests that he would not be surprised if she were copying his idea of entering the merchant's trade. A final, derisive warble suggests she will be bullying some hapless shopkeeper, even as we speak. Is that code for go to Hogs Lane Market? For a moment, no one speaks. I mean, we can ask about Batter Chicken's own romantic life. This is where I accidentally flirt with the rubbery man again, isn't it? Let's see. Are you an unattached rubbery man? But a chicken makes an alarm series of hoots. Oh, hello, Barquin. Oh, I thought you might ask him that. I return only to serve his interests here. As a final favour, in view of our long arrangement. Proceed with your questions. I shall laugh at the appropriate junctures. Oh no. There are complexities to the question. Rubberies commingle. They have individual preferences and personalities, of course, but there is a collectiveness to their social ordering that can make separation difficult. Though Bata Chikan is more separate than most. Bata Chikan makes a series of complex honks that suggest either embarrassment or intrigue. You would like to know why you're asking? Pure curiosity, mate. Yeah, exactly. It was idle curiosity. No reason in particular. Bata Chikan makes a seductive warble. Barquin giggles. Oh god, what am I doing? Ahem. He says you are welcome to revisit the topic, if you so ever choose. They watch me depart. I sense they wish I had stayed, but were too cautious to ask. Perhaps they might welcome another visit in the future. So is she down there now, or has she just gone to disappear again into the, up onto the surface? It's been a long and treacherous road back through the caves. Decide to romance Barquin? I do not like Barquin. Let's go with this one. Let's decide to see what happens. I look at Barquin with unmistakable longing. Judging by the clock, I can afford another errand today. Is there an option to go... Can I view my journal? Hang on. He's likely looked to set up a shop. Perhaps Ivy will know something. Let's go see Ivy. At Hogs Lane Market. Huh. Continue my romance with Barquin. Alright. In for a penny, I suppose. Or I could just look at reuniting Barquin and Bata Chikan. Let's do the reuniting first. See how that goes. The brooch makes it look as though I'm doing some sort of official business. Aneurin, it's good to see you. Is Barquin around here? I heard the sound of cursing emerging from somewhere in the stall. I do not have to look far to locate the source. I don't want to critique from the sidelines, my love. But crinoline should never be handled like that. Ugh. Why do you Londoners insist on such flimsy materials? You cannot say it's for the weather. Even in Kakakurum, we knew of your island that the sun had never lain eyes upon. Well, we're all down here now, ain't we? And you're in my employ, so I suggest you learn your crinoline from your primsoles. Only if I can use your parasol to skewer another customer who talks back. Oh, it's you. Are you okay? Are you well? How are you keeping? Oh, excessively well. Here I am, pairing disagreeable hats with disagreeable customers. Furnishing Ivy here with my knowledge of linens, lacquer, skills and sharp implements. I've told her 1,000 times, all I need's a sharp tongue and a sharper eye. Ladies these days can kill with a word. Or I suppose a hat pin if push really comes to shove. Well, she was an ingrate, deserving being coated in honey and roasted over a slow flame. She's also been filling me on some of what they got up in the last city. Roses and silken webs and copper fires in the dark. Given me a few notions for sure. I'm glad my previous career can have benefits still. Anyway, As you can see, I am exceedingly busy. I have no time to discuss the past, and any foolish associations I may have entertained for far too long. Perhaps I can reconcile her with her friend. Would you consider reconciling? I wish you'd reconcile. And I wish I were the wife of a Prester John. If Batter Chican wished to reconcile, he can squelch his way here himself. No, I haven't the faintest interest in how he fares, and I am certain it will all end in disaster without me. So be sure to tell him no such thing. Now, do excuse me. Actual work to be done. There was a brief lull in the conversation. Ivy, help. I'm going to confide in Ivy. The conversation turns to personal things. What do you love best about the Neath, now that you've come here? Admit to Ivy a truth I've hidden from everyone. Mention the lack of hypocrisy. Apologise for not wishing to speak of it. Let's go with the lack of hypocrisy. The world has always been unkind. The Neath doesn't pretend to be otherwise. I can see the sense of it. I know them upstairs though. They'll find a way to put a hat on it soon enough. New theology of the Neath that makes it all the fault of us sinners if we're dining on mushrooms. Ah, well, top of Rome for me. My opinion is unchanged. But I just like decide to romance everyone. What could possibly go wrong? I shake my head to clear it. The illuminations are gone. It's getting late, so I'm heading back home. Go straight to the table. I don't want them. He's trying to be kind. They are an abomination unto the Lord. And more importantly, an abomination unto me. Can't you make her see sense? Our new lodger is making horrid dolls for reasons best known to himself. Clay versions of us. Please make him stop doing it. I can insult Grace for her intolerance. I'm going to remind everyone that we have more serious concerns than clay dolls. Archie is in prison and the trial is just in a few days. The fate of the household hangs there. I know. I haven't been able to find a way around it. Alright, leave them out there and go upstairs. I'll go speak to the man. Enough said, I think. With luck, he'll get a stall on the market and turn a fortune towards his rent. Watch where you put your feet. You never know when someone's little clay head will catch you out. I'll go straight to sleep. Day 293 since the fall. 12 days remain. Archie's trial is at the end of Yule. So we have a few days here. Grizz leaves me the newspaper after she's read everything of political import. The headlines today read: Initial exploration of sunken parliament retrieves prelapsarian artifacts. Speaker's mace. Jubilee crockery. Ministerial remains. Pig. Deceased. If it was alive, I'd be worried. Let's recall the past. Before the fall, Horatio and Grizz were less comfortable together. After their fall, there was a time where I didn't go for dinners. Theophilus and Horatio had their differences back then. Let's go with this one. There was a time where I didn't go for dinners. Are you ill, my lord? You may find you have appetite if you go out a bit. Take a walk and stretch the legs. Constable Harjit will take you if you want to go. I was grateful for their concern. Thank you. I know it's kindly meant. But you'd prefer us out. I don't like to see you in this state. Come downstairs. We've said our piece. Best to leave it. That was kind of him. I expected them to press their point. Let's look at the builder story again. Let's see if I can do something here. I realised when I was editing the other day that I hadn't picked method. So I could say tainted a drug here. Phoebe sought money. I don't think she sought money. I'm going to go with unknown purpose. Phoebe did not think as humans do. David was inconsiderate. He wanted for health? Yeah, okay. Phoebe did not think as humans do. David worried about his health. Phoebe committed the murder. David took a hand somehow. Action. Experimented with drugs, maybe? And took the treatment. Phoebe conducted experiments with various drugs. David underwent health treatments. Phoebe did something with the poisoned medicine. She hoped for vengeance. And had no choice. Phoebe passionately resented the display of hypochondria. She poisoned David with arsenic disguised as medicine. Hypochondria? What? Where's that come from? Wanted the murder to succeed? Oh no, David wanted the murder to succeed now. So David didn't have a choice because he was a victim. And the, pretended not to know, mourned, lied about everything, died. Powerless, David died. Okay. Let's see if we can talk to someone about that theory. Let's see what happens. I believe you can leave some of the options empty and it allows you to question people about what they think. But I don't know. Where do I take this? Do I take it to... There we go. Let's present my theory of murder to Harjit. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we don't need to do anything with Harjit. He's a good friend. Whoops, there was something there that I hadn't read. Otherwise, telling him might lead him straight away to an arrest. Harjit likes to see me wearing his gift. Something about the trial in there, but I'm sure it doesn't matter that much. I'm satisfied with this. Let's go. I was so excited to speak to Harjit and see what happens. You're looking well. Be prickly and hide my attraction. Mention the exploration of Parliament. Recount the newspaper story. A number of very unorthodox objects were found in the remains of Parliament by divers with a bell. Oh? Really? I think nothing more need to be said. I tell the rest rather light-heartedly, as though it's all a tremendous joke. I find it difficult to think of the fall. Not out of distress, though I know many suffered greatly. But I find I remember it only in patches or from a great distance, as though it happened to someone else. Let's move lightly to new topics. I laugh. Let the subject drop. We turn to the price of mushrooms, the difficulty of finding fuel. These are the subjects that people discuss in the Neath, in order to avoid talking about teeth and snakes and the occupants of our dreams. So Harjit, I've come up with an idea that it's Phoebe. I believe I know what happened and why. When I start to explain, however, Harjit stops me. There's no motive in your theory, and sometimes it might not matter, but then again it might. Especially if it's a case of mistake or carelessness. We have to make some argument on that. I couldn't persuade the court to take on this prosecution. I can continue chatting to Harjit, or I can go attend to something else for the rest of my morning. Let's click on that one. Bye, Harjit. didn't take up too much time. He basically just called me an idiot. Judging by the clock, I can afford another errand today. Okay. Well, I didn't quite go to plan. Wait, if I go back to it, can I change this? Ready to hand it? Okay. What was the motive? Had unknown purpose. Oh, it's because I didn't have a purpose. Can I just clear it? Phoebe committed the murder. David worried about his health. He underwent treatments. Let's see if... Can I speak to Arjun again? No. Okay. It's a once a day thing. Maybe I can ask him with a question mark there. Maybe we can be like, well, do you know what the motive could be for Phoebe to want to kill David? Oh, can we do anything at the Landau? We can see if David wants anything. We can visit with Rachel. Go to the Warrens again. Bring Bata Chicken to meet Mr. Pages. Look at reuniting. We could hand in our... Let's go see Mr. Pages. Dare to question Mr. Pages about ministerial theories. Provide Mr. Pages with additional census forms while Grizz is absent. Ooh, risky. Mr. Pages may expect me to turn up with my ministerial badge on. I should change. Yes, I should. Mr. Pages will rip me in two. Not a huge fan of being upset on the job. Maybe we'll wear our fancy cape. Right, I'm satisfied with this. Let's head off. The more often I visit the neighbourhood of the bazaar, the more it seems unlike any other part of London. But when I try to imagine where it might have come from, my mind halts. If I can guess, I find I don't want to.
Undercan Grizz has been agitated. She requested that we intervene in a matter of the Crown Court. This is not our custom. The justice of London concerns many things that do not interest us. In fact, Undercan Grizz herself instructed that each ministry be circumscribed. We observe an inconsistency in this. It causes us to question her judgment.
I'm gonna portray Grizz as being humane. You may not be thinking clearly this once. It is harder to stick to those rules when a friend's life is involved.
It is a weakness. We will have to account for it in our dealings with her. Do you have anything more?
Apparently if I hand these in one at a time I get more information, so let's hand over the finished census page about Fetid. I can take my penny without flinching under its stare. Pages continues turning the pages over, going back and forth between them for a long time.
Inefficacious. This way of capturing menaces. We have better ways. The ministry will make them known. Do you have anything more?
Did you basically just tell the rat catcher that he's not very good at his job? Okay, well, let's hand over the finished census page about Bata Chicken. The trick is to not look at the back of the penny at all.
Fluxbornikin. It is notable that they have advanced so far as the assignment of nomenclature. You have anything more?
Arquin? I can take my penny without flinching under its stare.
She is a denizen of the previous city. Her arrangements will not be novel.
Well, that is enough of my official duties for the moment. Can I ask them about death? Ask what the masters know about death. You know David Landau returned from the dead.
He is not alone in this. The boatman has been active.
London has been present here for many months. David Landau was hardly the first to die.
London settles slowly into the influence of the Neath. The return of the dead, the articuli of beasts, these will become more common.
Did the masters know this would happen?
Mr. Mirrors performed the necessary instructions, what might be expected and what ought to be done. London did not render attention.
Your impolite conclusions about Mr. Mirrors? Nobody likes Mr. Mirrors. It seems Mr. Mirrors is not gifted in making its information public.
Mr. Mirrors operates in the realm of soulmolation.
In nightmares of burial and nightmares of the grave. In nightmares like the one that brought Rachel Landau to our front door with a shovel.
I said the written word would be more effectuant. Mr. Mirrors declared me to be unreliable in matters of paper and ink. It accused me of inviscerance, parchmentary, agant habituance.
I say farewell to Mr. Pages. Pages does not reply at all. It is at times difficult to tell whether Mr. Pages is intentionally ill-mannered or merely has no interest in discovering what the proper etiquette might be. Oh, he's just a master. You get used to it. That's just how they roll. I just have time for another errand today. But I think I'm going to end the episode here. So, thank you all very much for watching. We shall continue with this day in the next episode. I'm not really sure where I'm going to go, but I'm sure we'll come up with something. But please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel. It really does mean a great deal to me. And as always, I'll see you next time.